I don't know why he's looking at me like that, but I'm laughing because you guys should know why I'm singing that song. Anyways, you guys are going to know in a beat. Welcome to Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. My name is Medici, and I'm here with the Game Gang.
Yep, that's right. Gabby, right here.
ABA Kings here. You know how we do it. Holla. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we have amazing stories lined up for you, but don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
So, you want to know why I was singing that song earlier?
I'd like to know.
Rema, Dumebi Crooner, has finally become the youngest Nigerian to actually hit 100 million streams on Spotify from his album Rave and Rose's 16-track album. And I'm super excited because Rema is one of the artists who has actually leveraged on social media. I don't know if you remember how he came out by freestyling the Prince's Juicy Gang.
He did a lot.
He did a lot of
freestyles.
So when that came out, the Prince immediately signed him before he is now finally signed to his current record label. Yeah. So it's quite impressive. I mean, Rema is that artist that when you have you listened to Rema, have you he brings back that feel of and it's so interesting because he has actually won a couple of awards concerning this, and I'm super excited.
Those few people that you can comfortably call an international
yes
artist.
Yeah, very true.
He's big. I love the guy. He's doing so much. He's doing well. He's doing numbers. I saw a picture of him recently with Tyler the Creator. The way he looked was very, very bop. That's what I'll say. He's very hippie. I like his style, his approach to the fashion interpretation he puts to his crafts and all that. He's a big artist, I can tell you.
Yeah, he was also on Barack Obama's playlist in 2019.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
I mean, I think Rema is obviously doing so great, and just as you said about Spotify, he's now the first African act to actually achieve this feat in
this year
less than 3 months of releasing his album that came out
his debut
in March.
It's quite impressive.
Absolutely amazing.
Congratulations to Rema. Call me, man.
This is the point where I say I'm proud to be a Nigerian.
Call me Rema. I need to help you.
You can help him.
Yes, there are big things that I need to help you.
Wow, AB.
Actually, help me.
I love the turnaround, but speaking of turnaround, there's this other story that is just keeps turning in my head, keeps turning around in my brain. I don't understand it, but I guess you guys can help me make sense of
Tell
it.
me.
So now, in the United States, California to be precise, there's a woman called Vicky Umodu who was trying to buy furniture for her new house.
Umodu, that sounds Nigerian.
She is Nigerian, actually. Yes, a Nigerian woman based in the United States, California. And she was trying to buy furniture for her new house where her and her son live. And then she went on Craigslist, to purchase the furniture and found out that it was one that was, being given out for free. And she gets this furniture. And not long after using it, she starts to notice that, some parts of the furniture are appearing like there's something tucked underneath. She opens the kitchen and she finds a large sum of money in cash, stacked in different envelopes.
Dollars.
How much we're talking about?
We are talking about the sum of $36,000.
Wow.
Which is about approximately 20 million naira in Nigerian currency. So that's a huge amount. But the story develops. She says to herself, "Could this be a gimmick?" I mean the exact word. She says to herself, "Could this be a gimmick?" And then she returns the money.
She did what?
That's right.
The thought for me, the fact that she had to sit down to think about it. I'm sorry, it is Nigerian economy. Was she in US or was she here?
No, she was in the US.
Because you can't be Nigerian and see that kind of money and decide,
She's a nice person.
She returns the money actually, and then when she returns the money, the family, that gave out, the chair, they're happy. They're saying, "Oh, this is so good."
Why would they be happy?
They reward her with a sum, not disclosed and undisclosed.
Why did they disclose it?
An undisclosed sum of money, and then they later find out that even in their own home, you understand, there's a lot of cash that's still stacked.
So she actually helped them to unravel a mystery
around cash that just keeps, you know, coming out in their house. I don't know about you guys. I would love to live in that kind of house if you ask.
First of all, I have a good heart, but sincerely, I would take part of the money.
Out of 36K.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know how much I would take, but I would take a huge part of it and call them and return it, which of course they were still going to compensate to me, right? So, yes.
Businesswoman.
Evil girl. Besides, because I don't know. Why would you?
But
Gabby seems like a nice person. She seems like she's going to return it.
You return all the money.
Hey,
all the money.
I'm under a lot of pressure.
I am a nice person. Don't
I like the way all of you are giving that disclaimer. I'm a nice person.
Yes, I'm a good. In fact, I'm a well-cultured Yoruba man. All right. So if I see that, if I find myself in that kind of situation, definitely I would want to return it.
But then
quote me. But I'm going to hold on for a bit, probably a couple of months. If I get a call back that, sorry, there's this, I would hold on. I probably would.
But I don't think anybody knew that it was anybody
so I'll have
that's
the cash for a while. I will not touch it. Maybe I might just be borrowing and returning it. You know how that's.
Are your conscience not pick you?
Hey,
are you like everybody that knocks on your door? You're like, hey,
are you
okay, but have you guys thought of the fact that this could actually be a setup? This could be like a drug, barrels money.
That's why I said I was going to wait for a while. That's why I said I was going to wait for a while. All right, then I could actually dispose of the chair.
Even if it's a setup, what's the evidence? If you come to my house, for instance, and say, there was money there, what's the evidence? I don't know. I didn't see any money.
I
didn't see any money.
But you guys think about it. This chair was given for free. Is it not only just right?
I will sell the chair. I'm sorry, I've sold the chair.
Gabby is such a sweetheart. Look at how nice she is.
Honestly, I don't know. If I'm in that kind of situation, to be honest, I really don't know exactly what it is I'll do. I might actually, inform the family, but before I inform them, would actually have to probably sign a deal.
That what?
I don't know.
Let's assume, all right? How much do you think they're going to give her out of $36,000?
Nothing. Okay, you said they gave her something. Why the hell they gave her? So I don't know. I don't know.
But I don't know how that woman feels, right after the whole thing. How does she feel?
Having a clear conscience, she's trending. So
it's cool.
But integrity, they say it always pays. So
do you think it would have been different if she was?
I'm sorry, I can buy integrity for $5,000.
You guys think it would have been different if she was a younger person? I mean, she was an old woman.
What you saying? If it was a child that saw it, do you think
he would not return it?
I believe a child was aware. Now her child is 29-year-old.
Yes. If he was the one that saw it, you think? You know what? We want to know what you guys think about this story. All right, we want to know what.
Would you return the money if it was you
or not? You can drop this comment on our YouTube page. All right, subscribe to our channel, The Fuze on YouTube. We'll be right back after the short break. It's The Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by our friend and personal. Stay with us.
That's right.
Enjoy the simple moments where you get. Show your style, don't go limit yourself. I beg you, no let worries scatter your head. Don't forget, make sure say you be yourself. Chop life, live life, do the things when go make you happy. Them know like I'm too once left. Everybody gets your own flavor. Chop life, drink up, one glass of Martin and to step down. Them know like I'm too once left. Everybody gets your own flavor. Yeah, flavor.
Multina, share happiness.
Fuze Unbothered.
What we are going to talk about right now is something that a lot of people can relate to, especially my gender. All right, and this is about having a spec and be your spec. The certain writer, Mr. Chinedu, I can't pronounce his last name. I don't want to read it, so I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to read what he said. Word for word. It says, the love of my life dumped me for a big bro in my street. The dude worked in a bank. He got the money. She tells me I wasn't man enough. She can't wait. She agreed and moved on. Ladies have their spec. Today, I also cannot date a lady who is not worth at least $1 million. I've been rejected by many ladies when I was employed. The ones that tried to stay got tired at some point. My friends are getting married, is what they say. When are we doing ours? When are you getting a job? And finally, they would have to leave. Now that I have gotten small change, I can't settle for less. I can't carry your parents' responsibilities. At least I'll pick someone that has a dream and vision and also understands the situation of the country. If a lady is worth at least $1 million, she'll know how to take care of herself. First off, everybody has a spec. And I want to always say this, all right? Because a lady left you doesn't mean that she's going to suffer in life.
No, definitely.
Doesn't mean that you are going to be better than the person that she will go and meet, or the person that she will go and meet, or the person that he would go and be with is going to, punish that person. No. That's an entitlement mentality. And life is never fair. It will never be, it never was, and never is. Get off the entitlement mentality of feeling sad or, feeling cheated. Life is what it is.
It's quite interesting that it's coming from a guy. I mean, we've seen this issue mostly from the female gender. So my question is, you are saying you don't want to, he said he doesn't want to be in a relationship, settle with someone who is not 1 million naira worth.
What about $1 million?
So where's the place of love here? I mean, you see a woman who is worth 1 million naira and you don't have feelings for this person. Are you going to go ahead with the relationship?
I think recently, for me, I've seen love is now very transactional. In fact, relationship is very transactional. Yes, because it's like, as much as there's a place for love, there's also a place for give and take. All right. I want you to give me a certain thing or certain things. I would also be willing to give you these certain things if I see this. I mean, even energy is transactional.
Love as well is not also predictable. You can walk anywhere and see someone you fall in love with the person. Are you now going to start asking the person, what do you do for a living? Are you worth 1 million naira?
Thank you. It's not worth 1 million naira. What happens?
I feel like this guy has tried love. He has tried just the foundation of a relationship to just be love.
But it's part of the basic of having a relationship now. You can't be in a relationship.
Absolutely, I'm not ruling that out.
Talking about relationship, talking about settling down, which is marriage, I guess.
Yes, I'm not ruling that out. Don't get me wrong, all right? I understand where it's coming from, okay? As a man, when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be the provider. Don't get it twisted. We're in Nigeria, we're in Africa.
Exactly.
We still live on the basis of our culture. Even if you try to, I mean, you want your woman to be independent and all that stuff. You want her to look out, be able to do things on her own, but he still has it at the back of his mind because of, he's definitely going to be having PTSD when he's in a relationship with someone who cannot afford certain things, because he's going to feel like at some point she's going to be dependent on someone,
which that's what he doesn't
make
want.
her go to
move away.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
In summary now, this guy is basically just saying to himself, when I didn't really have money, women did not want to stay and suffer with me. They wanted the men that were already made. So now that I've made my own self, or I made it myself. But
it's only right for him to think.
I'm not going to look for a lady who, is going to be dependent on me per se.
Not really.
I'm going to look for a lady who has her own money.
He wants someone who understands the value of working for.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but he already placed the 1 million naira. I don't think mark. If he didn't do that, maybe that would have been okay.
Maybe the
I want
mark
a lady.
is just like, I feel like it's just hypothetical.
No, I think this is revenge, to be honest. I don't think this is about, I think this is about revenge. People
He's chopped so much breakfast.
People didn't want to settle with me when I didn't have. Me too. I will not settle with people that
but it's okay to be that way. Do you know?
It's okay to be that way, but that's too.
I will not use
please, that's too much. 1 million naira what?
I would not define this as revenge or payback in the sense that everybody has a spec. Okay, now listen.
Well, where's the spec there? 1 million naira.
Hold on. No. Calm down.
People are being spec of. Okay, I want this. I want
the quality.
I feel like you're restricting spec and qualities to just physical attributes.
No, I'm not. But
because that's what you're saying.
Independence is also spec.
Financial independence.
So maybe it just
his definition of financial independence is you should be worth at least 1 million.
But if you have a good job, that's enough financial independence.
Absolutely.
If you have a good job.
Saying what's 1 million naira doesn't mean you should have it in liquid cash or in your account. It might be like, oh, you have an inflow.
Why are you speaking for him? We don't know that.
I'm speaking for myself as a man. Now, okay, so let me get to what I was saying. Having a spec and being your spec is what I wanted to talk about. If I want to be with someone I want to settle down with, all right, I already have it in my mind that this is the kind of person I want to settle down with, but I also have it in my mind that this kind of person that I want to settle down with, would this kind of person want to settle down with me or who I am right now, or I need to grow to that level where that person I want to be with would also want to be with me? Because at the end of the day, wanting a spec, are you also your spec? All right, if I want, say for instance,
you want a financially stable man.
I'm crushing on Linda Osifo. All right,
are you crushing?
Yes, no, I'm not. I mean, I'm putting that out.
Okay, that's
have you seen that woman?
Okay. So I'm chocolate, caramel.
Let's not. If I define Linda Osifo for you right now,
very.
So, but okay. I look at myself right now and I just like debit alert, and I look at the balance and like, can you even take her to a proper dinner of a standard? Because it's okay to have standards. It's okay to have a spec, but you need to also be realistic. And women, I feel like women are very delusional and they're also not realistic because you want this kind of man.
No, women are not. I stand by women and I say they are not.
Okay. Yes. This is definitely not going to be a gender conversation.
This is becoming that.
I'm saying this because a lot of men know that, they want this kind of babe, but to get this kind of babe, they have to be in this either financial level, they have to be in this certain way, they have to look this certain way. That's why a man knows that if he's coming to see a babe, he has to look a certain way, be ready to provide some certain things. A man is naturally a provider. When his baby or a woman is talking beside him and she's complaining about stuff, he's not thinking about how to console. He's thinking of how can I solve or provide and just solve this so that you can stop complaining because he cares about you. But a woman just wants, not all women. All right?
Just wants what? Let's say
not all women.
What's what?
All right, you know what? Let me even slash that. Let me not say that, guys. Okay. We want to hear your comments, but before we wrap up the show, Gabby, do you think that it's okay for a man to think that way?
For me, I think he's entitled to whatever he wants to think. But for me, like I said, I look at him as someone who's just basically saying, you know what, I'm going to revenge. I didn't have one lady out of all the ladies that I met who was willing to stand by me when I didn't really have it. So now that I do, I'm going to make sure that I set a standard that I feel these ladies were setting for me.
And I don't think it's wrong for those ladies to actually
and I'll say, but for me, I'll just generally say this. Yes, just like AB said, it's important to be your own spec. Yeah. And this applies to both genders. Yeah. I've seen guys who might be financially stable, but maybe when it comes to character, they are looking for qualities that they don't have, and that does not work. So if you want to be your spec, whatever you want in your spec, have it in your own self.
Kindly wrap it up for
Wait, I want to be logical about it. First of all, how many ladies did he date before? Is it why does he keep breaking up with all ladies? Even though he has a problem, first of all.
No, they're breaking up with him because he doesn't have money.
How are we so sure it's because he doesn't have money?
We don't know.
There are still good ladies in this country
that will stay with you.
Because you tell me that all the ladies keep breaking up with you because you are not financially stable. But then they
have a good reason. Let's say these women you are meeting are in marriageable age. Obviously, every woman who is in a marriageable age is looking for a man who is financially stable to a point.
Nobody wants to marry potential these days.
Because we don't.
But at the end of the day, I feel like you should define your intention for settling down with someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be money.
Thank you so much. We've heard your own contribution, and I don't want to go into. See, I was about to say something wild. I got into trouble.
Okay,
thanks so much, guys, for joining us today. We had so much fun. Did you have fun?
I did.
Yes, I did.
All right, please, guys, do not forget that we are getting to that very sensitive time in the country. Please get your PVC. All right, between now and June 30th, there's going to be massive registration of PVC. You can go to TBS this weekend, Tafawa Balewa Square, not Teslim Balogun Stadium. All right, go there in Lagos and register for your PVC, get your PVC, and be ready to vote. All right,
this is where
we have to fulfill your civic responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where we have to wrap it up. Do not forget to subscribe and turn your notification on our YouTube. The Fuze Local on Instagram, showing on your screen right now. You can also link up with me. The name is showing on your screen right now. But for those on radio, AB_AKY.
All right, guys, you can follow me on all social media platforms at _Medici.
Follow me on social media at Gabby.Gabby.
All right, guys, until next time, stay fused, baby.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.